Charles. Hi, Charles.
Aw.
Hello, baby. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. He's laughing now. Gonna make the
Yeah,
baby laugh.
yeah.
Oh, gonna make the baby
He's got a
laugh.
little toy
Oh,
there.
yeah. He's
Yeah,
got, there
yeah.
it is.
I
There.
think you still would like to have that.
Probably
It's
do.
source of comfort.
Someplace.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
look at that.
Oh. Hello,
Ah,
baby. How are you, sweetheart, you?
ah.
Yeah.
See, you inspired Lil to pursue motherhood right there in this moment. Yeah.
She loves
'Cause
that baby.
I gotta have a little baby like this.
She loves it.
Oh,
She
I think
loves
she
it.
dropped you there.
Oh, yeah.
On my head.
Well, that explains.
Oh, here
Oh,
comes
there's
June.
June.
Here, see
June.
June.
Oh,
Look at June.
June. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
June just walked through there.
Yeah.
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 Wasn't that June?
Yeah.
Oh, here's coming. Who's coming now? Who's coming?
Is that babe?
That's Rod, ain't
Oh,
it?
was it Rod?
I believe it's
Thank
Rodney.
Got the can.
There's the
I think it
baby
was
on the
Rod.
blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Look, baby
Oh,
on
I
the
think I better stop. That is very good.
Oh, baby on the blanket, no
Well,
shoes.
what would have Rod been there? Like 15 or something?
Yeah, he was about that. Oh, look at there. Yeah. Hi, Charles.
Wow.
Hi,
You're a happy boy.
Oh.
You're a happy boy.
Oh. Now look at that. Here's Tom.
There's Tom.
Tom.
So weren't you like number 3 grandchild then? After
Oh,
Rod
he
and
just
Tom?
went over, got him all over. Oh, now he's crying. See, he
Tom
fell
came
over.
and
Tom
picked
was
on him.
picking on you.
We're gonna
over.
go visit Tom today and make amends.
Yeah, look at that. He's standing up. Look, you can stand
He
up.
come over. He's tied up.
Look at.
He's
Oh,
Ron.
Mama,
There's
that's
Ron.
me.
There's
And he
Ron.
was standing
Right.
up.
Yeah, it's like Ron.
Look at those cars.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I'd like to have one.
Yeah, look at them. Look
Looks
at
like
them.
they're playing a game there.
Oh, look at
I wonder who's
them.
playing. There must be a reason why they were there. Could it be Rodney?
Could be. Yes, I
yeah.
bet you.
Yeah,
Hey, there's
15.
Grandma.
Oh, look at her.
And
Yeah.
Verna.
And Verna.
See Verna?
Yeah.
And who's down here in the front? Is that Earl?
I think that was Tom drinking
No,
a Coke,
no,
isn't it?
Who's the
That's
oldest?
too old
that?
to be Earl.
No, that isn't Earl, is it? Who is that? in the
No, who is that in the front?
front? I don't know. That I didn't.
Or where is this at? What baseball? I mean, you know. Well, where would have Rod been playing baseball?
He
Maybe
look,
Hanover?
Oh,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
here.
Look at that.
Oh.
That's an extreme close-up.
That's very right.
Well, there
on
wasn't a
there.
viewfinder. on
Look
those
at
things.
there. Look. I
So,
don't think
is
you
Lyle
can't-
taking these?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be.
That
Sure, he
explains why
was-
we're seeing the
not
baby
doing
so
too
much.
But he shows up in some of
You know,
them.
he's not
Oh,
doing
Ch-
too
no,
bad
Lyle
because
took all
you
his.
didn't have any tripods or
he
anything
looked
back
all
then.
of these. Yeah. Oh, look.
Oh, down goes Frazier.
Yeah, there's the white hat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I bet this was Hanover.
Oh, look at there. Now, who's that? That's not Charles. That's
No.
somebody else.
Could
Who's
be a
that? There's
couple
Charles.
years
Charles is in the stroller.
Yeah.
Who's the guy over here that's pulling it around? Yeah. Who is that?
That's
Wonder
Mary
who
Jo,
that
isn't it?
is. Wonder who
Is
that
that Mary
is.
Jo?
No,
Might have been.
don't know that one either. There's Charles again. That's Charles in the stroller. And there's the
Look
guy
at that
giving him
stroller,
a
it's
hard
mine.
time, whatever it is. Whoever it is, yeah.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Somebody a couple
Yeah.
years older.
Yeah, somebody a little bit
Right.
older. Oh, there's Charles again, that stroller. Oh, yeah, somebody's pushing him now. Yeah, who's that guy?
Look at the strollers they had back then.
Oh, I don't know. Look,
He's
there
on the
he
run. He
goes.
can
Made
move.
of metal, too.
Yeah, it lasts.
Oh, you know, we had friends in the Navy at Great Lakes.
Okay.
I know who I can't think of her name, but she had a little boy just a little older
Okay,
than
so
Charles.
that's Navy.
Yeah.
Her hair's like Mary Jo's there.
This is Navy.
Okay.
No, we're outside Great Lakes. We're at
Okay.
Grays Lake, probably. Or else we're over at the Navy base. And that's Charles and
You're looking back there.
And-
What's going on back there?
and her little boy.
And drink of water.
Her little boy used to come and yell at Charles and make him cry.
That's not nice.
Stand there and yell at him, and then the kid would cry.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
There he is.
oh,
You
there's-
were you taking this one then?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Lyle and the baby. How about that? My God, look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Trying to
Oh
give
my
you a little
God,
bath?
I'm gonna get a little bath there. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's me or somebody else. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember that dress.
Don't be scared of
So
the
we used to
water.
wash the babies.
Don't be
That's
scared.
how we used to
Oh,
wash
you
the
didn't
babies?
like that. You're going to get this
I
woman
wonder-
away from
I
me.
wish I could get a fix on that. There's Lyle.
Yeah.
Whether that's me with the hose or with washing him or not, I don't know. I don't remember the dress. Not a bit.
Man, look at that muscle tone. He's just
Yeah,
fit,
yeah.
you know?
Who we're talking about?
Lyle.
Or the baby?
That's baby. No, the babies don't have that kind of muscle tone.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the baby. How about that?
He's lean.
Yeah. Oh, don't look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're just splashing that baby all over. Oh, look at Lyle. He's just giving that baby a real bath there.
Yep.
Darn you. I bet it's a hot day and he's cooling him
Yep.
off. Yeah. No,
Yep.
that's it. Yeah. Uncle Lyle, well, Uncle Lyle.
Uncle to me.
Daddy just, he's your uncle.
Yeah.
But this guy, oh, Daddy just, God, he loved that baby. Oh, that baby was so much. He kept naming girls before he was born, and so I kept my name, my Charles, to myself. Then they had to come in and say, demand. Okay, we need a name for the baby. What's the baby's name? I said Charles, and the lady over there, old she said, could have told him that. That's what you called him during the night. You addressed him when he came in. I said, well, I kept it under my hat, because people were coming up with other names. Well, they were just pushing you a little bit.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Oops,
Yeah.
there's their daughter.
Now, there's a little girl. Who knew all that little girl? Oh, come on, let's see.
Like him waving his arm around. Oh my.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at you.
Oh my. There's a fire truck in there.
Oh my gosh, there's the baby crawling. My golly, look, it hasn't
Got
walking yet.
Got a little ball there.
He can crawl.
Motoring around.
Oh my gosh, he's going to climb up. Now he's going to climb.
Very venturesome at the early stage.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, he didn't walk until he was about
Look
a
how
year.
I went beyond the edge of the blanket.
You're definitely the star of this.
Yeah, there's Mom. There's me. I am there after all. My God, I do exist, don't I?
Wow. What a cutting figure. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh!
That looks like Isla.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Isla.
She's got her nice dark sunglasses on.
Is that Hoover Dam?
Well, it could be.
Yeah, it looks
very
like
well
it.
be. That's me.
Mhm.
No, that's
That
not. That's
looked like
somebody
Mary.
else. That's not me. That's
Mary.
hard. I can't
Look at
see
that
it.
truck. Wow. That truck would
Hey,
be worth a
there
minute.
was other people. Oh, that's me in the middle. I'm holding the
Okay.
baby now. I'm actually in the picture holding
Yeah.
that baby.
Yep.
And there's Daddy with the baby.
Taking pictures.
Jean's taking pictures or something. Come on, let's see what we got going here. Come on, I'll take that baby. Thank you very much.
Taking that photo off in front of the.
Yeah, there's the
Yeah,
baby
wave
waving.
to the picture.
Baby's waving. Yes, it is. I don't think that's me though.
Look at the snow.
Yeah.
Snow
Wow.
out there in the horizon. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Oops.
I don't know who's holding that baby. For sure. Anyway, I keep looking at the clothes. I'm trying to remember. See, I used to sew most of my own
there.
clothes.
Ah, there you go.
Oh,
All right,
there it
Isla.
is. There's Isla.
Looking good, Isla.
Charles is still the star, but
You're the female lead there.
Yeah. Well, of course,
I stole it.
Oh, this is out in the mountains.
That's the
I'll tell
charisma.
you. Watch that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, see, look at the greenery in the falls. Where in the world are we today? Oh, we are.
Oh, that's a nice picture.
That's Mom and the
Yeah,
baby.
that's a very nice picture.
Yeah, there's my hair. It's peculiar.
Oh,
Oh
looking good.
no, there it is. Where we were. We were at Camp Perry.
I was going to say.
Yeah,
it looked
Lyle
like
went there to participate in the shooting, the competition.
Oh.
All
he
service.
participated.
Oh,
Huh?
also, hell, he was a star, kid. He could have shut your eyeballs out, cleared half a street down.
Wonderful. I mean, not that I
he
enjoyed
had-
that, but
listen,
I'm impressed.
Listen, he's got a box. Have you got that box of
Awards and medals and stuff.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Was that when I drove your
that
car out
that guy's
to
got?
San
I gave him the
Diego?
box this morning. I said,
I
take it home
drove.
with
He
you.
had
It's got all
his car, and I
David's
drove
medals
it
on
out
it.
there.
And there his.
Oh, there must be a
participation.
viewfinder because he
At
just
Camp Perry,
zoomed in.
he was an all-star, and he was out in California at Miramar. We went out there, flew out there, and he was all over the country because it was an all-service competition. It
Oh, there
wasn't
they
just
are.
Navy.
Yep, there they are.
And then we were at Camp Perry. There we are.
Mhm.
You know what's back there? That's Lake Erie.
Oh, wow.
They're shooting over Lake Erie, and they would put
Wow.
flags out when they
That
were doing
is-
this to tell the boats to stay away.
That's a huge competition.
Well,
there.
I'm telling you, it's all service. Is what it is.
Wow.
And they put flags out there to tell the boats stay out. Don't
Yeah.
because this
Yeah,
stuff
straight
you don't know
bullets,
where the
dude.
hell it was
Right,
going to
right,
carry
right,
to,
right,
you
right.
know, because they were firing live ammunition.
Mhm,
It was going like
mhm.
for a mile or so, you know.
Yep.
And they said, get the sailboats out of there. Here I am,
Yep.
oh Charlie. We had we were sleeping in one of these little tents here. It's got wood walls and a canvas top.
It looked
and
like that
cement
lady
floor.
was.
Musket.
It looked like a musket.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Well, we were out there. We
Something
went down
company.
to Tijuana.
Rodeo company. Oh, they're doing the
now
rodeo.
Now we're out west and we got
Doing the
Arco.
rodeo going. Yeah, it could have been Arco.
I remember going to the rodeos.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Wow.
God,
And
yes.
that
And
flag,
the bull,
flag only has 48 stars on it.
the Brahma bull stepped over the fence one day and came down through our neighborhood in Arco. You guys and the folks from Blackfoot were over on and the mother, Mrs. Wilson, and me and the and
And you know what I did? I
what'd
just
you
did
do?
this. I just went.
that Brahma, he went right out and jumped over. He walked over the fence, and we had a swimming pool in Arco that didn't have a fence around it, and people just used it was on their
Yeah,
honor
just
system.
kept-
They
yeah.
go jump, and man, everybody saw the bull coming and jumped in the water. You know,
Wow.
because
Yeah,
there was
that would-
nothing to
that-
keep him out. He was going to come over
That
and get a
makes
drink.
sense. I'd go
Then
into
he
the
came
water
down
too.
through our neighborhood, but we didn't see him. He went out
Oh,
and he
look at
went
that.
to Doc Barter's
Wow.
ranch out there enjoying
That guy's
the herd.
riding
Look
that
at that,
pretty
look
well.
at that, look at that.
He stayed on that bronc a long time.
Look at that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah, I think this is before the
There-
age of chiropractors, but they
Yeah.
could have had a
Hey,
good business.
would not
that
wanna be
one, boy,
doing that.
that was a hard one. Gosh. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, look at how he got dumped. Was that hard?
Mm.
Oh.
That does not make much sense to me.
It's like jumping out of a perfectly good plane.
It's when you're young and
No
invincible,
I don't think he
and
can be hurt.
adrenaline junkie.
Look at that. Look at that. Look
He's
at that.
riding
look,
that.
Look
Oh
at that.
man,
Look
he's
at
got
that.
perfect balance
Shoot him,
there.
mate.
Just the bull riding that never made any sense to me. Those people get hurt bad.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh, that. Look at the horse is still going. You don't know the rider's gone.
There's the rodeo clown.
There's the clown. Oh my gosh almighty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, isn't that brilliant?
It is like police, fireman, EMS, rodeo clown.
Yeah.
A rodeo clown on its britches had a target. Did you notice
Yeah, I
that?
saw that on his rear end. Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was a hole in his pants. I wasn't sure. Yeah, gosh, yes. Oh, look at that.
wow.
Oh, there comes the covered wagon. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, no wagon, just
Got a
covered.
little kid in there too.
No, just covered.
It is
Real.
interesting to think that some of that
Look
was
at
still
that.
around.
Yeah, look at that.
The cowboy culture.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
this is not just
Yeah.
reenactment.
Mm-hmm. No.
I'll tell you what, I was at a county fair out in Colorado this summer, and this is very reminiscent of what I saw then.
Look at that. Man. That'd jar your eyeballs.
Wow.
Tell you.
Man. Oh, gee. I don't think
Oh,
wow.
look at them go.
Oh, man. I can see why you could spend the whole day
Nolan
watching this.
Wilson and Charlotte.
Here comes the
Her name was
cows.
Charlotte.
I pretty much cut out all the stuff
And they took
in which there wasn't
Charlie and the
relatives,
kids.
but I
It was
left
just-
this in because it.
It is fascinating.
It was just Mrs.
It's entertaining.
Wilson.
Look at that. That was. You know what that little car was?
Looked like a, what was it, VW?
No, it was. It
so
was a
look at that, look
Subaru
at that.
360,
Dragging
which
him
is
across it.
Wow.
had a motorcycle engine in the rear. They were tiny.
Wow. I knew it was a small car, that's why I guess
Yeah, that's
VW.
it. Yeah, that's it. You're good, Sid. Oh, look at that. Boy, is that a rough go. I'll tell you, look at them nudging each other there. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Jeez.
Just look at that.
There you go,
That's the
Kendall.
way people get hurt.
Kendall,
Yeah.
you're ready. You've waited all your life. I think you could do that now.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. There's the rubber tire out there.
That's the one that people get killed doing.
Oh my God. Oh, they loved that stuff. They loved it.
Yeah.
You can go to the little town of Mackay up in the mountains north of us. They didn't even
Oh,
have,
look who it is.
Cute, Grandpa and Grandma. Laverne and Annie.
There you go.
Yeah, you got a picture of Dad in there.
Oh,
you go.
yeah, there's lots of them
Yeah,
there.
she's happy.
There-
Look
sure.
at her. She's
Oh,
happy.
my goodness.
Got her family all around her.
Sure enough. That's it. That's in Hanover at the manor.
How many years did you live in Hanover? Or did
I don't know.
Grandma and Grandpa live in Hanover?
They went down there, let's see, when Rodney was
Who's that in the background?
just a baby.
Oh, Mary Jo.
Yay!
There you go.
Oh, my God. Yeah. My mother always
They
said
went
she
down
looked
there
like
in
a movie
about
star.
40.
Barbara Stanwyck. Mother
Two,
said she
and
always
then-
looked like
I
Barbara
can
Stanwyck.
see that.
Yeah,
I can
mother,
see
Mother
that.
said she looked
Absolutely.
like Barbara Stanwyck.
I never thought that, but I agree.
Sure. No,
Which
Mary said she looked
the
like
is that the Bel Air? They have
She
a little
always thought
circle
she was
of
dirtiest picture.
holes
She
in the
said she
side.
looks like Barbara Stanwyck.
They moved down
She
there in
always thought she had
42.
a
They
lot of
moved back to
style.
Cuba City in 61.
Okay.
Oh, looky here, Lillian.
Oh, wow.
And that would be the oldest little girl.
Got her hair cut short
That
there.
would
This
be,
is
okay, who's the oldest? That is
Cindy.
Connie?
Cindy.
Oh, Cindy. That's right. That's hers.
That's Cindy.
Cindy's
That's
dancing.
hers.
Yeah, that's Lillian and
hers,
Cindy.
yeah.
Oh, Cindy was
Yeah,
a pretty
that's
little
Cindy.
baby. Yeah, pretty
Yes.
little thing.
Yes, she was.
She was beautiful.
And she's got some blonde there,
Yeah.
doesn't she?
Oh, yeah. Look at that Cindy. Isn't she perfect? She was a perfect baby. They
I had
brought
a-
her out
I had
to
a card
Blackfoot, and
with
she
Cindy
slept on
already.
the table out there in Blackfoot in our appointment because Lyle would come in during the night from a shift out in the grounds. We were afraid he'd step on. People were sleeping on the floor,
Wow.
and we only had so many beds. And
Wow.
my kid was in his out back in the back bedroom, and then there was Grandpa and Grandma in the middle there someplace. I don't know how to. They said, well, let's put people down. They said we can't put the baby on the floor. Webster will come in during the night and step on her. And she slept on the table, and they put pillows all around her to keep her from falling off the table. And Charles was just a little guy then, too.
Yes.
And
There's not too much difference between Cindy and Charles.
Yeah.
Just send Cindy your Christmas card. I would like to mention this.
yeah, we got one
Mhm.
from Cindy today. I mean, the
Mhm.
other day. I got one the other day. Oh, my God.
It's like another baseball game.
Oh, look at that.
No,
Well-
I don't think so.
She had a glove in her hand.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, wait a second. That's probably Cindy. Probably.
Snoozing
Maybe.
away.
You think it's
No,
Cindy?
she's kind of half awake.
Who knows? Come on, wake up. They're chucking her chin. Oh, that's
Oh,
Verna.
look, it's
Verna
Verna.
and the
Yeah.
baby. Whichever
Yeah.
baby.
Isla.
Yeah, Isla, looking
There's
good
Isla.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Isla,
June.
Lillian,
June,
and June,
June
and
Laura.
Laura.
Oh,
And
there's
Laura.
Laura.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and look,
And
there was
there's-
one of Earl's
yeah,
kids.
Carrie.
Yep.
Oh, was Carrie? Well, one of the
There's,
girls.
I think that was Tom quickly down there, wasn't it?
Look at there. Who's that? Who's
Wasn't it
who's
Tom
waiting?
down there at the bottom?
Oh my God, that's Charles. Charles
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
When
That's
Tom was
Charles.
in eighth
Get a
grade,
little
he and
bigger.
I went out.
You're
to
getting a little bigger there,
visit.
Yeah,
Charles.
Charles. There's Babe. There's Babe.
No,
Babe
it's
and
Lyle. I
Charles.
think that's Lyle.
No,
That's
that's
Lyle.
Babe.
Babe, I
That's
think.
Uncle
Is that Babe?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Uncle Babe.
That's
Uh-uh,
Lyle.
Oh, you think
That's
it's Lyle?
Lyle.
Oh, that's Lyle.
I have to
It's
agree, that's
surprising how
Lyle.
much they
Okay.
looked alike. I didn't
He was
realize how much
bouncing
they
around with
looked.
Tom.
They
Is that
did
Harold?
look alike. I
Was
didn't
that
It
realize
is
up
Harold.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's
Is
running
that-
back in. For
Yeah.
some
Oh,
reason.
there's
Pepper.
Pepper.
Oh,
Pepper.
Pepper. What a good
There's
dog.
Babe. Look at Bob. There's
Bob.
Bob.
Having a
Is that
beer.
Milwaukee?
Having a
Is that
beer.
Milwaukee?
If it's not, you've got blackmail material.
We gotta see that's on Milwaukee.
Oh,
My
my
mom
God.
said
freeze
she never
frame.
had beer in her house till
Oh,
she had
look here.
sons-in-law.
Here's Charlie. Look, here's Charles. Oh, I remember that. Look. That's
He's force
Gene.
feeding
Oh,
you
my
beer.
God. Oh,
He's
my
force
God.
feeding
Come
you
on, what
beer.
beer is that?
It was-
Is that? Come on.
Force
Oh, for
feeding
God's
you.
sake.
He had you in an arm lock there.
Yeah.
He corrupted you. There's June.
Yeah, there's June. Yeah, come on, let's get it up here where we can see that. We
Cut
cut
off the heads. Come on.
There's
Oh,
Lyle.
look at that. That's a nice
Lyle,
family
Gene,
picture.
And Babe. Yeah,
Yeah.
little Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There he's, oh, no,
yeah.
I can't stay. I gotta go.
Gotta go.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
looky
on the
here, the
farm.
farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out on the farm. Hey, look at there's Rodney.
Wow.
I'm sure. Wasn't
Yeah.
it
Did
Rodney?
you have
He's
to
probably,
check the
I can't stay. I
cemetery
gotta
at
go
all?
play some
The
baseball.
flag at the cemetery, did you check them?
We didn't check it. No.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
I want
Now
to-
let's
We
see
can
what
check
we
it
got
on the way
here.
back.
Hey, who's on the bike here?
Because they should have
Look at
some at
Tom.
the dollar
That
store.
could- That's up in town up there. Go here. Hey, look, going
Could
like.
be. I think that's Ron.
Hey, that's Pepper.
Pepper playing around.
Pepper. I think it might be Gene. I'm not sure. Pepper.
I do remember Pepper. I don't know
That's.
when I
I
saw
think it's.
Pepper.
Well, I don't know. It looks like
It
mine.
was a young Pepper.
I can't tell if that's me or not, but that's Pepper. And one of the
Little
puppies. Oh my God, there's puppies. Remember, there's all kinds of dogs. God, a lot of dogs. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And some cows.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that.
That's a good working farm
Out-
there.
Out on the farm.
Now, which farm was this?
Bob.
Was it where Bob and Harold?
Berna,
were
Bob and
born?
Berna. Bob and
Yep,
Berna.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's Gene. Yeah,
Yep,
out there.
Yep.
Yeah, Pepper.
Looking svelte.
I don't know if that was the Bergner farm.
I don't know. It was out south of Platteville. That's all I can tell you. It was south of Platteville, I think. I think it's the one south of Platteville. Of course, you had that one out the other way, too. And then there was the one where the two of you were in the
The
house.
last
They had
one
two
was
houses.
the one out here.
Yeah,
That's
well,
real,
but then
all
you,
new
but
buildings.
when you were down south of, way down south, down toward Cuba City, you had the two houses.
So Chuck,
And I
Chuck,
stayed with
I'm going to bring a thumb drive when I come out
Oh,
to see
that was
you.
out
and
towards
your copy.
Darlington.
Was
Okay.
that what that was? Anyway,
I'm going to
went-
put it on
I
YouTube.
stayed with you
Oh,
and Vernon,
that's
Bob,
good.
over on the other place by the
Good.
barns.
Send you a link.
Who's this?
Yeah,
What's
that
this?
was a
I don't
Cabot
I don't
farm.
recognize this.
That's a nice old house there.
I don't recognize
Dogs
it.
running around having a heyday.
Well, yeah, Pepper's there. Okay, I don't remember that. I can't figure that one out. I think that's that one south of Platteville. I do. Because Pepper was there. That's why Pepper
Yeah.
stayed.
As always,
He was every one
wait from
place
the
or another.
picture.
Yeah.
Somebody's shaking your arm there.
No, that's him.
Can you?
He's got great motor skill functions.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Hey, where we are at here? That's me holding the baby
Where
or
is that?
not? Somebody else holding my baby. I don't know which.
Is that
What are we
little in the
talking about?
doorway and you?
I don't
over
know.
there?
I think
I don't
that-
figure that one.
I would guess that's Lil
I
in
just
the
don't
doorway.
understand
I
it.
think that is you.
No, that's not me. Is it? Is that me?
Yep.
No,
I think
I don't
that's
think so.
you.
Not. Well, by God.
Yeah,
that's you.
By God, that
That
is,
is
isn't
you.
it? There's that solemn baby. You just won't smile. No, you're not going to smile.
This is great, but I think it's a little bit Charles heavy.
Yeah.
You know,
Wait till
I'll
63.
send you the
Kendall.
version in which I cut out myself out.
Kendall,
5 minutes long.
63.
Dude, yeah, that version is a short version. That
You were
you're
born
not
a little
in.
late.
I was born a little late. Still, I mean, where the hell am I, man?
Yeah, you just haven't showed up yet, kid.
No.
Yeah. Oh, look at what's going on there. Who's the what kids are running there? Hiding behind
Nice
the car.
hat.
That
Nice
is
hat.
nice hat. Keep your ears warm.
Oh my gosh.
What do they call those kinds of hats?
Oh.
There's a name for
I-
it.
There is deer stalker. No,
No,
Hey, there's
that's
Aunt Laura. Did you see Aunt
That's
Laura?
yeah. That's the.
Did you catch Laura?
That's the
No, I
Holmes.
didn't.
What is that?
Mackinac?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Laura was in that one picture. Just a shot. She was headed for the car there. The wind is blowing like 60 out there.
Looks like maybe Thanksgiving.
Well, I think some of
Thanksgiving,
those
maybe?
is Earl's Girls. I think those
Earl's
are
Girls.
You're a poet and you don't know it.
Earl's Girls. Yeah, you got it. Earl's Girls. Yeah, you had a bunch of them. And love. Oh, come on. Let's see. Oh, that's the house trail. Come on. Let's see what we got. Is that ours or is that another one? That's the one at what town did we? We were over outside of Great Lakes. Come on. Let's see what we got going there. That is Charles in
Can
the
I
window.
come out to play?
Of course, it's Charles in the window. Daddy's taking a picture of Charles through the window.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But how can he be taking a
There, oh,
picture of
Daddy's
me?
inside.
Very talented.
Hey, there's Daddy. There's Daddy and
Long
Charles. I
arms.
must be
He's
taking a
got
picture.
he's got like
Hey,
that he's got like that tail in the
no,
villain
hey,
in Spider-Man.
No, there's Aunt Topsy.
He invented the selfie.
There's my mother's best friend, Aunt
He
Topsy.
doesn't get the
Evelyn
credit he
Rude in the
deserves.
middle. That was Aunt
Hey,
Topsy.
by the way, I talked to Mary Roper,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and Marlene is having surgery tomorrow for breast cancer
Oh.
3
Oh gosh.
Oh,
at
dear.
Madison.
Oh gosh. Here, who's this?
Could that be Cindy again?
It could be Cindy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh man, I can't
I don't
believe
know.
how blonde ran in this family.
I don't know
Waves.
whether that's Cindy or not. That looks like Jean.
I would not be surprised
I
if
don't
that
know.
was Cindy.
I don't remember this place. I don't know where it
Oh,
is.
somebody jumped in.
Oh,
that is.
is that Ron?
Yes, it was.
I went in.
A little quick.
Well, that's Ronnie.
Look, call that a
Tom.
photo bomb now.
That must be Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron and Tom. Well, who the heck was that little girl?
Oh, look at-
Hmm.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, wave.
As long as we're on camera, we're waving.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, keep
People
waving,
don't
waving.
understand
Hey,
etiquette.
here we go. Here's Grandpa.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all waving.
Oh, I bet he
sure,
just
it's
loved
Tom
it.
and Ron. I bet you. Tom
I bet
and
he
Ron
just
and
loved
Grandpa. Everybody waving.
I
Everybody
bet he just
waving.
loved having his
Oh,
grandkids
there's Grandma.
around.
There's Annie. There's Grandma. Grandma. Coming out. That looks like.
Do you think they ever
There's
imagined?
Verna. Who could this be? Vi? Could
Yeah,
this
that
be?
is Vi.
That's
That is
Vi.
Vi.
That's Vi.
Mom, come on, interact with them. She was
Oh, the
kind
other
of
one.
prudish there.
That was
None of your
Vi.
business.
Yes, Vi. Yes,
She
it
didn't
was.
interact
Camera
at all.
shy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, she was pretty new to the family. She was a little shy.
Man, Vi
So
was,
the
that
whole-
was Vi.
There's so many people here, she said.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
There you go.
hey, that's down in.
You're looking good.
That's down in Louisiana. I'll bet you. I remember that house coat. We're visiting Vi and.
Oh, really? And,
Yeah,
oh, in
yeah.
New Orleans.
All
New
we-
Orleans.
Yeah.
Had they had Kelly yet?
Hey,
Probably
I
not.
think
we
there's
had
some,
brought- see,
New
they all
Orleans
came down. We
scenes
all,
coming
a
up.
whole bunch of us
Mm.
came down at one time. I
Wow.
remember that house coat I had.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was Grandpa and Grandma, and Bob and
You
Bert.
all went down to
Yeah,
New Orleans?
well, your grandfather had this huge car. Remember what was that
Oh,
car?
wow.
It was a beautiful car. We
Look at
had
that.
we had a
Taking the
pillow in
baby
the
out for a
back,
walk.
and we had our baby Charlie was sleeping on the pillow, and then there was
man.
Ronnie and Tommy, Bob
Look at
and
that.
Berna,
That's my
Ryan,
dad.
Grandpa. I don't know how we
That's
all
my
did it.
dad walking Kelly. Look
yeah,
at that.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
We all went to Louisiana.
Oh
God,
my
yes, and
gosh.
there's Ronnie. There's Ronnie.
Someday I'll be a dentist.
No, it's more like this.
Hey.
Someday I'm going to be a dentist.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
that's
and
wonderful.
That it must be me coming along there. Sure, I got that damn house coat on again. I don't know how I gonna get dressed.
They're looking at the new baby.
Yeah.
There's Dad. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Ah, man.
Oh. Would that have been Kelly?
Yeah. Yep.
That's Kelly.
Yep. Yep. Oh, now who's that? Who's that? Is that
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't tell who that is. Is that Tom?
Oh, you know. Oh,
There's
there.
Ron.
Oh boy.
That's Ron.
Walks like a little soldier there.
Yeah,
Grandpa.
there's Grandpa.
Grandpa,
Yep.
that's a good picture, Dad.
Yeah.
I got a cigar.
Taking a puff. Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Taking a puff.
Oh gosh.
Ah,
Bird.
there he is.
Bert.
Was he having?
He's smoking something there.
Well, they're having a cigar too. Dad
Look
would
at 'em
have.
all lined up there.
Dad would have
There,
a cigar.
there's all the people that would
Mhm.
come. There's Bob and
There's
Grandma
Grandma.
and the two little boys.
Yep.
And then we had the baby boy, and there was
Oh my
Lyle and
gosh.
Jean.
And there's Bob.
How many people in that
Isn't that
car?
Bob?
And it was
Isn't
a
that Bob
Buick.
over
It
there?
was the big
Yeah.
Buick. Remember the big
Oh,
Buick?
yeah.
How did you fit
Oh,
them
yeah.
all in there?
I don't know. I'm just thinking because Grandma had the pillow and she was holding the baby. That was him. He was sleeping on that pillow a lot.
Wow.
And
I don't
There's
remember
Verna
Tulsa.
and Ron and
God, I
Bob.
don't
I think
remember how
they're
we
going
did.
down New Orleans.
yes, we are.
Yes.
We
Look
went
at
to
that. Look
the
at that. Oh, there was some risque talent
we went
going
to the,
on
we
there.
went to the Mardi Gras.
Oh yes, yep.
Yeah, we went to the
Oh, there's
Mardi Gras.
Dad. There's
Look
Dad
at
holding
that.
Kelly.
Look
If
at,
they
look
start
at,
throwing
Nolans.
beans, I don't want to watch.
oh,
There's
look
Bob.
at Bob. Look at here.
Oh,
Here's
there's
a bird.
Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That was.
Wow.
There's
Where'd he go?
who?
That's some relative. I can't recognize that, but I know I've seen them
Not
before
sure
at family
Cal
functions.
relatives.
There's
Yeah,
Grandpa.
There's Gene
There's
and
yeah,
Lyle.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
There's Lyle.
God,
In
Lyle had his uniform
on. Yeah,
God,
yeah.
yes, he had his uniform
Yeah,
on.
I don't
I
recognize.
have no
Kitty.
idea why, but he did. He was wearing his uniform. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at
Even
oh,
back
yeah.
then.
His Admiral
Oh my
Golden.
goodness.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Wasn't
Wow.
that something? Yeah.
The big easy.
Oh boy. Oh,
Wow.
amazing.
It was packed.
Yeah, look at that.
Seagrams.
Oh,
There he
he
is.
looked
Boy,
forward
look
to
at
the
him in
baby.
his uniform. That looks pretty spiffy.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
pretty sharp.
Oh, now we've changed.
Don't you
Somebody's
ever
playing
grow
baseball.
up?
Yeah,
Oh, what's that? Something song.
that's Mom. Was that me?
Okay.
I guess. I
I
don't
think
know.
so.
It looks like it is. Big
Yep.
herd.
I remember
Oh,
the.
that's our sure.
Yep.
The
We
car-
ran out of
Pepper.
gas one
There's
and that
Pepper.
one time.
Oh my God.
Oh, he did. Oh, we're out of gas. Time to
Mid-
shoot
Out in
a
Idaho.
middle of
There's
nowhere.
Grandma. We're out in
That
Idaho.
that me grandma had.
Idaho.
Chevy
This
Nova.
This
I
would be
know.
an Idaho.
Chevy-
Huh?
No, it was just a big
Mom
station
taking a
wagon. I
picture?
can't tell you.
It was a
big station
Chevy.
wagon.
Mm-hmm.
With a big station wagon. Oh, there goes Charlie. There goes Charlie. Oh my God. Well, where's that damn kid?
I think
Where'd
the
he go
Opal
to?
is in here.
Yeah, the
someplace.
Opal was out there.
No,
Oh,
no,
the,
but
oh, here, yeah.
in
yeah,
the
okay.
video, there.
Hey, there's Pepper. Pepper. Oh, the mountains of Idaho. The ridges and the sand
like,
ridges
okay,
and the whole.
pan-
Look at
panorama.
there. Hey, there's Grandma. There's Annie.
Grandma went everywhere, didn't she?
Oh, sure, of course she did.
She went out to Hawaii and Alaska and New Orleans.
Was that a Chevy or a Ford?
Can't
Can't remember. It was a
I
classic.
don't
It was a
know.
classic.
I know I'd
can't
like
tell
to
you.
have it.
I don't know. Can't
Station
tell you.
wagon.
I don't know. We're up in the darn mountains up there. Yes, sirree. There's Dad and Grandpa. There's Grandma.
Taking a
Taking
picture.
pictures down over there.
Looking down.
Right
Grabbing
there.
one of
Hey,
those,
look
you know,
at Laverne
have-
there. There's
have some
Charles.
bladder.
Hey, Charlie, there you go.
Oh, you're getting big. There's
Mom.
you are.
Hey, hang
Grandpa.
on to him.
Yeah.
Daddy's got a hold of
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Daddy's got a hold
It's
of
gonna
him.
be. Oh, he's gonna show you
Daddy's
who's
giving you a
boss.
hard time.
And he's waving.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you've got, yeah. You're giving you a hard time, I'll tell you.
Grandma,
Yeah, there's Grandma.
is there a parade going by?
I don't know if I
Looks
can
like
see
a
the
parade.
There's
It
Charlie.
looks like Arco. Is that
That
Arco?
does look like
Okay.
Arco. That's what you
Are you
look
doing
like.
a little song and dance
Sure.
for us there,
You were little.
Chuck?
You were in first grade in Arco, right? You were in first grade in Arco. Oh yeah, there's. I remember that jacket. My gosh, forgot that.
He's
Those
looking.
clothes. You look at
Chuck,
this
you're looking good. You're
stuff.
looking good.
Oh, the cat. Oh my God, the cat and dog.
Now, how old is Chuck here?
He's 6 years old.
Oh.
5.
Well,
going
there's a
on 6.
Puppy.
He-
Couple of puppies. Several puppies.
Sure. Oh yes, Salty had
Yeah.
a whole bunch of puppies. You betcha. Salty had a whole.
And
we had a
Brownie's
whole-
in there somewhere
We
too.
had a whole car full of puppies. And I'll tell you. Look at there. Salty. It wasn't Pepper. She didn't have puppies. But Salty. Wild
Salty
as a hare.
Pepper.
I'll tell you. She was all over that
Was,
mountainside.
was it Salty or Brownie that
Salty
ran
got
away?
around.
Did
Salty.
Salty ran
She
away.
escaped. We were up in Minnesota.
Oh.
No, we were in Jackson Hole.
Oh.
No, it was at no. We were cut. We had been in Jackson Hole, but we cut across Minnesota, and
Grandpa.
we stopped for gas up there, and it was
Grandma.
pheasant country, and that dog went out the window apparently. But later on, we heard the puppies crying back there.
But
we went back.
I thought we arrived in a gas station, and then we looked and she wasn't there.
Yeah, that was in Minnesota, in the pheasant country.
Mm.
We had hit gas station. We gave a puppy away out in Jackson Hole. Remember that?
That's right.
Young man in the gas station. Oh my
Yep.
God, we had all these puppies.
Just
And
gave a puppy away.
And we gave a little black puppy away. Then we still had about 3 to go. And we were up there in Minnesota, and we parked, and Charlie and I.
So what
we
happened
went
to
over,
the
You
3
and I went
remaining
over to the
puppies?
park or did something. We come back. We all got in the car again.
Oh,
Daddy,
look at the hat.
There's the hat.
That
And
is,
Daddy's
and it's
window-
got your name on there.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And listen, Lyle's window was down about
Meme.
this far.
That's nice.
And that Lyle's window was down about 6. By God.
Actually, I already turned that
we went
into a
down
GIF
the
and
road. The
tweeted it
puppies
out.
were crying. They cried and cried. We looked back there. We stopped and figured out why Salty wasn't settled in the bed. She wasn't even in there. She had gotten out of the car
Uh-oh.
up there in Minnesota.
Look,
she escaped.
Mom.
Made a big
Look.
getaway.
What? What's happening? Yeah, wow. That is,
Oh, look who it is.
Is that,
that's Grandma, my mother.
yeah.
That's my mother, Mary, isn't it?
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
She
that's
came up to
Mary.
visit.
Yeah, and Daddy. I think Dad.
Yeah.
Sure, there's Dad.
He's got the nice
And
hat.
Uncle Charles. I think Uncle Charles is over there. I
Yeah.
think that's Daddy.
There you are.
That's Mama. That's Mama.
Yeah.
And Daddy was over here, and Uncle Charles must have been over here to the left.
Now where did
Oh,
they
oh, looky there.
Oh.
Look at the
look
tear.
Oh.
Who's hurting my cousin? You are going to pay.
Looky here. Now he's
Oh,
okay.
he's got the cowboy
smiling
hat.
now.
Got the cowboy hat on.
He's smiling now. But looky there. Lyle's been down there fishing
Yep,
in the
yep.
reservoir in Idaho.
That's the haircut I knew him forever with.
There.
Yep.
Oh, look at there. Daddy is giving you a fishing pole. Come on, Charles. This is how you do it. Oh, come on. Took the hat off.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
the
the haircut
hair.
I had for a long
You
time
do
too.
a pretty short one there.
I had some of those
Look
too.
here.
I had some of those too.
Here's Webster. Oh, look at
Look
that.
at
And
the
there's
station
the-
wagon. Man, you could put an army in that thing.
Yeah. Well, we did. Now what are we doing here? I'm dancing around about something. There goes the baby down to the street, for crying out loud, running around in circles.
You're crazy, man.
Yeah,
You're crazy.
little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
look
he's
at
happy.
There. He's
He's
got
happy.
toofies, boys. He got a mouthful of
Extreme
teeth.
close up.
Look at him, mouthful of teeth that guy's
Yeah.
got.
He's shooting,
Oh,
raising all
yeah.
sorts of ruckus.
Yeah, my God, I love that blouse. That was a good shirt there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it had short sleeves. That was kind of low cut around, wasn't
A
it?
little risque at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
wasn't it?
I think that's pretty daring, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
You know what? I
It's
sold.
trendsetter.
I made that stuff. I sold most of that stuff. I bought very few clothes when I was in high
Wow.
school. I sewed. Looky there, we didn't have Mama. Oh, look at that!
Oh.
Who is that? It's run. There's Charlie. But who was in that other page? Oh, that. Isn't he a good-looking little boy? He's
I have
such
to
a
say he
sweetheart.
was.
He was
I
a
have to
pretty
say
little
he
boy.
was. And you still
Oh,
are.
come on. Your mama has got a right to say you was a pretty baby.
He was.
I loved you
He was.
so much.
Craters
You're
of
such
the
a
Moon
cute-
National Park.
Yeah,
Oh,
Idaho.
yeah,
wow.
of
Craters
course,
of the
that's
Moon
where it
National
is.
Park.
Sure it is. Who's that woman with us? Who's that other lady with us?
I can't
That's me
tell.
over here.
Can't
Who
tell
we
who
got?
that is. Somebody
Who we
with a
got
hat
there?
on. It's hard to see.
Somebody can't tell who it is. I don't know. I don't know who she is. There's that little guy again. Oh, he's crying.
Oh.
Damn it. What'd you do? Don't look at there. Oh,
I hate to
look
see
at
him so
He's
sad.
my God, he's upset.
I can see my dad. Loud one.
He's crying. I got to get a picture of this.
I know.
Yeah, that's me. I didn't remember that striped shirt. My God, it's an ugly shirt. Yeah, look at that shirt. Yeah, that's terrible. Here's Uncle Lyle. Here's Daddy. It's not, that's not your Uncle Lyle, but our Daddy.
My Uncle Lyle.
Oh, look at there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the haircut you remember him with forever, Kendall?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at there. Yeah, there I go. Oh,
Nope.
the country store. That's down home. That's where I live right
Yep.
now. That's where I live.
Yep. Yeah.
That's where I live. Those windows along there. Daddy built that. I kept saying that until my brother John piped
got
up.
fresh
one time. He
fish
said,
down
I poured
there,
the
too.
smart.
Fresh
I poured
duck
that
eggs.
cement and I laid those blocks, the cement blocks.
Wow.
He was about 17 at the time. He got worked real good, 16 and 17. There
Hi,
you
Charlie.
are.
Hi, Charlie.
Goodbye. We're ready to go. We're ready to
I
go.
call you Charlie because that's what you are there.
Yeah. Oh,
Hi, Charlie.
look at there.
It was on
Charlie.
your hat.
Oh, look at
Pepper.
here. Pepper. Yeah, Pepper.
Aw,
Oh my God.
what a rough day you
Yeah.
had.
Hey, there's Grandpa.
Yep.
There's Laverne. Yeah, no. Oh, we got here. Wonder who we got. That's
Is that
June.
I thought
I
it was
believe
June.
it was June.
Yeah.
And
Isla?
I think it was
I think
Aunt
it was
Isla.
Oh,
right?
babe.
There's
There's
Babe.
Babe.
There's Babe.
Man, he had a lot of machismo.
Oh my gosh, he has a lot of style there. I was over. He was sick. It was over in, at
His grandma.
over in Iowa, the little town where Babe lived, and it was like Babe.
There's Doug.
Doug, yes.
Are you driving?
No.
I'm driving.
That
And
means I get another
You
beer.
can get whatever you want. I've had my 2 beer limit already.
Thank you, sir.
So anyway,
I think a little
Babe
of that.
was ill.
All right,
and
take your first
we went
swig.
to the
Not
gas
much.
station
Just
and
your
I
just,
pour a limit glass.
Okay.
and here was Babe and the garbage man from
Thank you, Chuck.
from their
Appreciate it.
town Preston. And the garbage man was an old friend of Babe's, and Babe was really sick. He was gone just shortly later. But they were sitting in the bar. Oh, we were in a little town
Sweet,
just
sweet
across
kiss.
the river. It wasn't Sebula, but it was in Miles. They were at Miles. Lila and I went over to look for him at Preston. They said he's not home. He's over in Miles.
It's almost like stop action.
Because he wasn't driving anymore.
Animation.
And the garbage man, his good friend, picked him up. So we went back and we checked in, and there was the bar
Oh, there's
in
grandma.
Miles, and Babe was there at the bar.
Oh,
and there was some
that's Bob,
smart ass
wasn't
in there making smart remarks, mean remarks about Babe for some reason. Whether they were just old acquaintances or what. He was
Oh.
making fun of the
Competitors
man.
probably.
He
on the
was
ball field.
making fun of the man, and
Oh.
Babe was just ignoring him.
I wouldn't mess
Finally,
with Babe.
Babe turned around. I remember sitting there. I'd have paid money to see this. Babe said, "You know what I ought to do?"
Your
He
dad's
said, "I
smoking
ought
a
to
cigar
pick you
again,
up and
Tim.
throw
He
you
smoked
right through,
cigars. He
right
did.
through that glass door." There was a glass door to the place, and I could just see it. I knew Babe could have still done it. He would have just picked the like glass and threw him through.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and the other people were looking with embarrassment at this other man, like, "Please don't talk like that," because they were friends of Babe. You know, they knew the man wasn't ill. But Babe is sick.
Who are we looking at here?
"I
Who are we
oughta
looking
go
at?
right
Three
through that
sisters.
window."
Oh, there's
Mom.
there's
There you
Mary
go.
Jo.
Who are we looking at?
Wasn't that Mary Jo there?
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah,
Isla?
Yeah.
And Grandma?
Mom.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Verna's in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Verna.
everybody's
That's all
there.
the girls, isn't it?
Yeah, all the girls are
Camera
there.
works a bit unsteady here.
Yeah, come on,
I
settle
think
down.
that's Grandma with all the girls. And then there's the guys.
Cinema verite.
There's the guys.
Mhm.
Acting
Oh,
cool. There's
look at
Doug
that.
and Will.
Uh-huh.
That might have been June in the glasses.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure.
was June.
Was that Harold? Can't tell.
Oh!
That was
Laura.
Verna.
Verna? I thought
That
I
was
saw
Gene
Laura.
over here.
This is quick. You got to be quick on this.
Yeah, he's all right. He's just laying across my arm there. Yeah,
Is that
quit
you?
doing that. No,
Is that-
come on, quit. It's all right. Just don't lay that way. Okay, he's fine. She's fine.
Is that Grand Canyon?
Oh, there.
You guys go out to Grand Canyon?
Sure. Well, hell yeah, we've been down there. You betcha. I don't know if that was it, but we have been there. Yes.
Wall drug.
Oh, that's out in the Dakotas.
Yeah,
Wall Drug.
all those signs, wall
Yeah,
drug.
all those signs come.
Nice sunglasses.
That's the
Very
sign.
stylish. They would look good today.
Yes.
What's that? Who had
I
sunglasses?
did.
Oh, you did?
I
Oh,
don't
that was me.
remember.
thought you booked
I don't remember. I didn't pay attention.
Harvey?
Yeah,
Ranger
it's
Station?
I don't know. He was always taking pictures someplace. Hey, there's Gene and the little guy. Okay, he's running
keep up to
away.
him.
In my
Catch him. What the
Breaking loose.
I
Breaking loose.
got a lot of checkers going
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at there. Oh, with that.
Aw.
Oh,
I
look at
wave
how
too.
he
Yeah,
waved.
yeah,
He
yeah,
waved. Such
yeah,
a sweet
yeah.
little boy.
Yep.
Oh, he was a darling. Well, I'm just his mother. I mean, who can say?
I can't blame you.
Yeah.
I'll give you credit. He was good.
Oh, he did.
Oh, look at that. Playing to the crowd.
Oh, was he funny? Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes. Oh, look at that. Look at his little overall. He's got little straps behind.
That's priceless.
Look at that.
He's ready to go out on the farm there.
Oh, look at that. Look at him go. Oh, look at him go.
No, I'm not going to go that
Oh,
way.
my.
I'm going this way. You can't
Yeah,
catch me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, what is he eating?
Now, who was that?
Putting that in his mouth, whatever it is. Take it away from him. Yeah.
It's casual. Was that Verna?
I don't know.
Was that Bob?
He's just.
It's Verna, isn't it?
I don't know. He's just flirting with somebody over there. I can't tell you who. There you come. Oh, sure. Hey, I made some of those clothes. I made those overalls, I think.
Wow.
I
You
saw-
did
I
very
used to-
well.
Oh, hell yes, I could sew. I ain't got no brag about it, but everybody worth their money at that time. You didn't have a lot of money.
How old
you
are you,
had it,
Charles?
so you sewed.
Mm-hmm.
Me?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Reckon
61, 62. Around
He
there
can't remember. He
someplace.
does.
I don't recognize that guy.
Yeah.
No, I mean now. How old?
That's what I said. 61, 62, I don't know.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I sewed, and God
See,
damn it.
Ron was just 7.
Everybody worth their salt at that time could sew because well, there's a couple of reasons. Coming out of World War II, you couldn't buy certain clothes
Right.
anyway. You buy the
Right.
yard goods.
You buy the pattern and go from there.
And during the war, you couldn't buy anything like that because they were making blankets. And
Everything was
soldier
hand me
uni-
down.
Well, no, it was all. That's right. The soldiers' uniforms, and anybody that was doing anything else, any factory was.
Everything
Any
was to the
clues
war.
who that
Counter
guy
the
is
war
next to
effort,
me?
you know.
Hey, Mom.
No,
Any
crap
clue
metal.
who that guy is? Who is that?
He doesn't look
Oh,
like
that
that's
friend
the
of the
little boy.
family?
That's the little boy out in Connecticut. Mark. His name was Mark, and you lived downstairs, and Mark lived upstairs. Or
In
vice
Connecticut.
versa. We lived on the main floor.
We lived in,
And
was
they-
that New Haven?
No,
No,
in
no.
Connecticut, New London.
New London. New
Yeah,
London, yeah.
Yeah, your dad was on the sub base down
That's right.
there, and you got your first haircut there. Yeah, you got your
Very
first
first
haircut, and that was New London. My God, I didn't realize he had pictures
New
of New
London,
London.
Connecticut.
That was Mark. who
You ever been to
was-
New London, Connecticut? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I haven't
Mark
gotten
was,
up to the Northeast.
Mark was
New York City's all
the
over.
the property owner and his wife lived upstairs, and they had a little baby about the same size as Charles, and his name was Mark, and they used to play in the backyard together a little bit. There was a little fenced-in yard back there. Sure, that's Mark and Charles. Yeah, that's Mark and Charles. How about that? And Charles is learning to crawl up on something. He can climb. God, oh, he's going to be shaking. There they are. They're practically the same age. I mean, look, the same size. Mark's daddy owned the house that we rented in. Yeah.
He's trying to show you how to do it.
Yeah. Oh,
You're not doing it right.
Yeah. There you go. And two little guys would play together just a little bit, you know. And oh, look, mine was kind of bossy, actually. he didn't take stuff away from Mark.
Born leader.
He just told Mark how to do things, even at that size.
Get
Look
off
at
my
he's
chair.
He's pushing.
Get off my chair.
Look. Oh, so this guy got out. He said, "The hell with you."
Look at the
Alright.
lawnmowers you
I
had
know.
back then.
Yeah.
I remember.
Push mowers.
Hey, I remember
Mark, I knew
using
there'd
one
be
of those.
pictures of
Yeah.
Mark and Charles in this.
I gotta
Oh,
take
my
a break.
God.
I did a whole swath.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
I remember that mower, I believe.
Look at that.
Cuba City. I remember seeing it.
I gotta take another break.
Look at
Gotta
that.
push more
Look
like
at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. My golly, yes. Hey, what's this guy doing here now?
I'm in
Mark's
prison. I'm in
that's-
prison.
Yeah, that's Charlie crawling in.
Pepper.
Oh, the doggy. Yeah. My gosh, look at that jacket. I
Mama.
remember that jacket.
It's
Different,
like
Okay,
if you're
different
yeah.
loaded
vehicle.
up for another road trip.
Yeah, I think
Different
so.
vehicle though.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. Got stuff on top, piled on top of the car.
He was a good looking man, I gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, hey, he looked just like Elvis Presley when he was 25. You see his pictures of Elvis, and I never paid a damn bit of attention to Elvis when he was in the news, but later on, about
Hey, that guy looks familiar.
I started
Elvis.
I started watching. I watch the Elvis movies late at night now if I come on because by God, there's never anybody that looked more like Lyle than Elvis did at 25. But I told a woman one time, not very long ago in Savannah, they were in the grocery store selling something. You know, you're doing the charity bit out there. I don't know how there she
There you
comes.
are.
And I said, well, I had my own Elvis, and
Yep.
her girls looked
Yep.
and laughed. They couldn't figure out what the hell we were
Well,
talking about.
I think you're spot on.
She knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I said, oh, hey, I had my own Elvis. At 25, he was spitting. He couldn't sing a note, but by God, he was good looking. And she laughed. And of course, the girls thought we were silly. They didn't know what the hell we were talking about. I said, I didn't catch on to those Elvis movies until I was middle-aged. And I thought, my God, that man looks
Familiar. Where have I
reminds
seen
me.
that?
Pepper.
I was very drunk.
He had the style. I'll tell you. No, good-looking man. Well, that's going back to Laverne telling me there was just one thing wrong with Jean. She thinks Lila's perfect.
Oh,
You can
skunk.
argue
Look at the
with him.
skunk.
Skunk.
Oh my gosh, who would have a
Oh,
skunk?
there was a skunk there? Oh my
Was
God.
it descented?
Here
I
I'm
hope
saying,
it's
I'm
descented.
saying get away from that. I'm
Hope
getting
it's descented.
It's
It
mother
could be
come-
descented.
Look at here, it's mother coming.
And you
in.
know what its name was.
Pepe?
Le People.
Oh, ma chérie.
Oh, look.
Come with me to the Casbah.
Yeah, come on. Well,
Yeah,
Lyle
well,
did
they
have
had
a
the
remote.
right idea. Had a beer in their hand.
Lyle, oh, that cute. Oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Look in the hell, where is he? I don't
They're
know.
pitching tents
He's-
somewhere.
Yeah, he's up hunting in the mountains, and he took these. I don't think I ever saw those pictures.
It's a
before.
little cold because he got the
Yeah,
skull
looky
cap on.
Davy. We've had that hat forever. I think I gave that to you guys. I think you got the hat yet. I never threw anything away like that. I kept it. You've got that helmet someplace,
I
Charles.
do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Get it out.
Yeah,
I'll wear
you've
it.
got it. I don't have it.
I
You
need
have
one.
it. I
I'm
give you
out.
this stuff. God, no. I give you stuff. And I got a whole box full of stuff that's going back with him now. Oh, look at that.
Conehead.
Oh, look at that little suit, that little jacket, yeah, little snowsuit. Yeah, you know what? His snowsuit, green snowsuit. You won't remember this. It was one piece, had a zipper down the front, and Verna and Bob
Oh, he's bundled up.
had it for Ronnie, and they gave it to us for Charles, and then we gave it back to them for Tom.
I
Something like
remember
that.
that.
Got
Remember
good
that?
use out of that.
You remember
Got good
that?
use
Yeah.
out of that.
Verna said, "Here,
Lots
you
of,
take the snowsuit for a while."
Is that Uncle Charles?
I don't know. I didn't catch it.
Just
I'll bet you.
I-
He got you that
I
tricycle.
remember the tricycle.
He bought the tricycle for you
He had a hat.
in Blackfoot. Uncle
Wow.
Charles got that for you. Oh,
Yeah.
let me
I
see
love
that.
I
Uncle
love that
Charles.
tricycle.
Wow.
Yes, Uncle Charles gave.
Look how shiny
He
it
went
is.
down to
It is.
Gambles. He went down to Gambles in Blackfoot, Idaho. He
That's
saw
my
that.
dad down
He saw
to
that
his
tricycle
funeral.
up there on the shelf. He said, "I
Gotta
want
have
that
it.
tricycle." He
I
brought it
took
home to
off
my
from
little
school to
boy.
go.
Mm.
Yeah.
This Daddy's brother Charles. Oh, come on.
Yep,
That's
there
Uncle
he is.
Charlie. That's
Yep,
Uncle
Uncle
Charlie.
Charlie.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Who
named that.
apparently I was not named after.
Yes, you were.
Well,
Well, there were
No,
several
I've heard,
Charles.
I've heard no. I've heard
There's more than
I
one
heard there was a
Charles.
Charles out in Vancouver
No,
supposedly.
no, I
was
don't have a
involved.
damn thing to do with the band.
You're
I
that
named,
guy.
excuse my language,
know.
but
No, not that
I
Charles,
named
this
that
Charles.
baby. I named
Heard-
that baby.
Okay,
I
I'm fine
named
with
that
that.
Charlie
baby
up
Charles.
there.
Yeah, but you didn't let
No,
Lyle
no,
know
Charles
until.
and
Dan.
Uncle
I'm
Ryan
fine
Didn't know
with that.
Lyle know.
Two brothers
Said
went
he
to
was having a
Get those
girl.
girls.
He had a girl, and they were
And
going
we
to be
went to
named Mary
visit one of their
Catherine,
daughters.
or it was
Yep.
going to be
Lily
Annie
and Darren.
Catherine, or it was
Yep.
going to be Mary something. And he had
Catherine
all
was in
these-
there.
And I thought, the hell you say? You didn't have all this innovation at the time. You couldn't tell what was coming.
Right.
I thought,
right.
I'm having a boy.
But
I
you
got to
did-
be
you knew,
Oh,
huh?
we're
Well,
back
I
at
was size of a
the
tank.
shooting range.
Had to be a boy.
It was a 9-pound boy.
This is a
That's a big
And
baby.
I
Here's the
kept
union.
that, I kept that name to
cantonment.
myself.
Where's this at?
cantonment? I don't know.
Well, there's a Confederacy.
This is where
Wow.
God knows where he is.
Oh,
I don't know who's going to win this, but I'm
But
going to bet on the North.
I named that baby long.
I've seen the movie,
oh,
read the book.
I knew it was going to be a boy. I wanted, and
I just got to go with Grant.
He was naming a girl.
I
I
go with
didn't
the local.
discuss this because
Those look like men in
Look
blue.
at that.
Grandma kept pushing William.
Man, I mean, now watch how they have to reload. And,
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Well, this is at Camp Perry. This had to
Where's
be at
Camp Perry at?
Camp Perry, Ohio. That's when they were shooting over the lake. You
Okay.
don't see the lake, but the lake is out
Oh,
there. Sure,
okay.
the lake is
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, look
There's
at
a
that. They
bridge
got
or
it.
something like
Do
that.
you know that the golfing phrase "four" down
Yeah.
the front
Yeah.
comes from
So
four
the-
lines of people, and you're yelling at to the people in front of you drop down so you can shoot because it took so long to reload.
Oh.
Okay.
You had a line for each
Hey,
step.
Look,
Wow.
at that, look at them.
You and I are
Look,
old golfers. I never knew that.
Oh,
so
look
thank
at
you.
that, look at that, look at that. Well, I think 4 in that case is spelled F-O-R-E.
Oh, there's Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett with an eye
Just
like
Crocker.
an eagle.
Yeah, I remember that song.
See, I didn't see
That
much
was
of
a
that.
hit song in
You know what I'm
50
saying?
something.
I did not see much of this, Tim. It's a good thing I see it on film because it's the first time around.
You know, the second line
Because
was
there's
with
the
an eye
baby,
like an eagle
and I
and
am
nose like a
back in
beagle.
civilization over here where the
Sure that's right?
where the housing
No.
is. You know what I'm saying? I don't drag the baby. I took it to the beach a time or
See, I
two.
told you that I got
And
big,
this one-
little,
the
medium,
baby started
thick,
to
little.
cry
This is
one
different.
And you know
Not
what
quite in
made-
order.
You know what made the baby cry? There was some women around there sitting. This one, she had a cigarette in her hand, and it was ash. And I remember later seeing a spot on my baby's
I had a lot of
hand.
nice
Oh my
hats.
gosh, she
And-
didn't.
Well,
Let
she
some
did.
ashes,
look,
ashes
She
drop on
dropped
it.
it. She dropped. What?
I just want to point out that your husband is there.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
he was just
yeah,
there
yeah,
on the
there,
screen.
yeah,
There you
yeah.
are.
Okay, take care. But now is that I can't.
Hot pants.
Does that
They
mean
are
for
hot
crying out
pants.
loud?
No
You-
pants. No pants.
Trendsetter.
No
Oh, you're a
pants.
trendsetter too.
Yeah,
No pants.
Yeah, yeah. Look
Thank
at
you
that.
for your strategically placed hand.
I don't remember. Is there no
Thank you
pants
for
on
your
that?
strategically
You take that-
placed
take that
hand.
with-
Oh
Oh,
no!
there's a blurry picture.
Oh, you
There's a blurry
I
picture.
don't know if you can put that on YouTube.
Oh.
I don't remember that. I don't remember
Our
anything
X-rated
like that.
version.
I don't remember anything.
Oh, look at
now
that.
that's not me. I don't know who that is. But somebody's holding my baby there. Now who
That
the hell
looks-
is that?
Who is that?
I don't know. Neighbor lady or something. Good
Yeah.
Lord. Then nobody I knew. or remembered. Let's put it that way. Nobody.
Oh, she's a cute
That's
little
Charles.
girl.
That
Cute
is
little girl.
Charles. He is a little girl holding
He's a
him.
woman. He's a charmer even back then.
Yeah, he's a little girl. There's a little girl
She'd be
there.
like
I don't know who
70
she is.
something
We had
now.
neighbors in the court where we lived, and one girl, she was older than that, used to babysit him on occasion. Just
There's
a
the
time or
country
two.
store again.
Hey, there's home. There's country store.
Look at the
And,
Coca-Cola signs.
Yeah,
We still
yeah.
have one of those.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember they took
sure.
around for
And we
years.
still have those letters. They're in a box around
Yeah,
someplace.
yeah.
See, your uncle, your father,
And
grandfather,
look at all the
made those.
Wow.
the
That's the old house.
bric-a-brac here is
Yeah,
all
that's the
gone.
old house. Well, the stuff that used to be up around the roof up there, when they re-roofed and painted, they took that stuff down. What do you call
And
that?
do you heat that house all the time over there?
Oh
Jake?
yes, it's heated. Sure, you betcha.
But
Did a lot
turn
of
it down. I have a high resolution.
My brother raised
Picture
there.
a
Oh, there
static
we are.
photo.
There's Mary Jo and Jean. How about that?
Oh wow.
My brother raised his
Ooh,
kids over there. As far as I'm concerned, I think maybe they turn the water off over there. I don't know whether they keep it heated or not. But
I know exactly where that curve is right
you
there.
know where that
The
is?
rails
Yeah.
going by.
But that house, I don't know. Someday somebody will come back and want to live there. But in the meantime, they raised their family there. They're closer to it now than I. I haven't lived there since I was in high school.
Mm.
And
That's probably.
what in the world?
If that had been a
What's
little
that?
more high def, that you'd see a really
That'd be
pretty
pretty,
picture.
wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be pretty.
Yeah.
Some of
The
these.
realtor.
Oh, there's the old bridge, which is
Mhm.
gone now, been
Yeah,
replaced.
we have a new bridge.
Got a new bridge there.
Yeah,
yeah.
it looks like a basket. You know, there's a big thing here, and you can
okay.
pick that up and carry it away.
Named
It's-
after a graduate of Savannah High
Savannah,
School who went
yeah.
on to be an astronaut.
Sure.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Dale Gardner.
Motorboat zipping down.
Dale Gardner Bridge. Get Dale Gardner Memorial Bridge.
Wow.
And they have a parkway. And I bought a brick for Lyle. A brick is about this long, about that thick through, and they sold them for like $150 a piece.
You have it down there?
Well, they will eventually in the spring, in a few months. They've got the park
Oh, I gotta
area
go see
laid
it.
out with a fence with a brick wall around it, stone wall around it. But they're going to have it, and it'll be
Who's
just
that,
south.
Mom?
Who's
Yeah,
that guy?
it'll be just south of the bridge.
High forehead.
And his brick will say Lyle Webster.
Oh,
Oh,
There's the star of the show.
check
Yeah.
out that shirt
That is
Yeah.
exciting.
and
Yeah.
suspenders.
Oh man, you're styling. You got
But
that
I could
collar.
be a hip hop
I
artist.
put,
I
I
could be a
put
hip
South
hop
Mariner
artist.
on the bridge. On the brick. Oh, there's Mom. They're me.
Yeah.
They're me. How about
Yeah.
that little guy? Oh, I love that jacket. I had that jacket
That
for
is a
years.
good jacket.
Yeah, a cute little jacket it was. Oh.
Now you're number 3 grandchild, right, Chuck?
I have
think
no
you're 3
idea.
after
No
Tom.
idea.
After Ron and Tom, I think
Yeah,
you're
after
right.
Ron and Tom. You're right. You're right. Number 3.
And Cindy was first girl,
Probably, yeah.
so.
Probably, yeah.
and then Colleen
I
not
kind
too
of
long
think so.
after.
Yeah, I think that's about the way it went. Bob and Verna came out to Blackfoot, brought Grandpa and Grandma out, and they had their number 1 child, Cindy,
Mm-hmm.
and that was part of this. The baby.
Rushing the camera.
We had people sleeping all over the house. We put Cindy on the table with pillows around, and he slept down on the floor or something. I know he had
You
a
know,
bed.
when you're a kid, you can sleep on the floor, and it feels great.
No, he
You
had
put me
his
on the
own
mantle.
baby bed back in the front bedroom way up. He had a baby bed. Cindy we kept out front. Lyle Webster would come in about 1 o'clock in the morning after the shift that he was on out of the work site. Of course, he was Navy, but he was he was running. I don't know. He was running the. He went aboard the atomic submarine, so he was teaching
He had 20
operation out there.
years in the
Sure, he had.
submarine.
Yeah. Well, he had actually 19 in some months, but they gave him 20 for.
Mhm,
They gave him
mhm.
credit for 20.
Yeah.
To be
Well,
honest about it.
Yeah,
Here
with
we
the
are.
leave and
Here we
everything.
are. Well, no, that looks like the backyard in Connecticut,
Yeah, it
but I'm
does.
not sure. That's about what you would have been that size. Mark, what's his name? And
I
you would
remember
play in
that toy, by the way.
You
that
did in this little backyard.
do 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 do
And
do do,
look at
and
you,
it would
yeah,
spin.
look at you. You were. My God, yes. You.
Did you keep him pinned up a lot?
Yeah, well, you.
All he had to. It was the only way to discipline the child.
Take
And
a
if
look
you're
at New
good,
London.
we'll let you out.
Take a look at New London. Decide if you want to let him
I
run
remember
the
one time I
streets.
found a collar, like a leash in the closet, and I asked my mom, "Who's this for?" She said, "Oh, it's for you, son."
Did it have his name on it?
No, it's for me. It was like,
Okay,
what the hell's
okay,
going
okay.
on?
Apparently, I didn't know the difference though. So
It's all good. Oh, look at that. He's a happy boy, putting the big smile on.
Yeah,
Yep.
say hi there. What the hell are you talking about?
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Oh, what a good
Yeah.
smile.
Oh, there you go.
I apologize for appearing so frequently in this video.
Well, it's
Oh,
your
look at the
star
little
material. Your
sandbox.
star
I
material.
forgot that. There was a little sandbox.
Ooh, he's
Oh,
got
those
the
people-
pouty face on.
Yeah.
Ooh, no messing with me.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh,
Oh,
look.
yeah.
I'll have my freedom. I am not a number.
Yeah. Going to the sale there. How about that?
Oh,
Hang on to you, buddy.
We want information.
Soon. Can't have
Well,
it.
oh, look at the hair. Look at the hair.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Yeah,
James
you-
Dean.
Oh, you had.
Oh,
Oh.
cigarette.
Oh.
Oh, he's cool.
Oh, man, that is cool.
Oh, isn't that funny? Oh,
He's
you're
warning us.
leaving.
He's
Wait,
warning us.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was me. It might be. I
Love
guess.
those
Probably.
overalls.
Yeah, I guess it was.
Look at that. That's
We've-
about the day we
We
left
have seen some
Connecticut.
interesting hair.
Right there. That's the day we left Connecticut, I think, because he's got those overalls on. I remember
okay.
that.
What do
And
you
I
call
remember
that?
one of the
Grease.
movers
The
was a
famous
grandpa.
grease.
He said, "Oh, I love those overalls,"
Hair
you
and a
know.
pompadour.
And he pretty
Hair
cried
and
when he saw the little boy.
Man,
Love the outfit.
he is in charge.
He loved the. Oh, he's got that stick again.
He's one
yeah.
tough hombre.
Yeah.
Don't mess with that guy. And he's
Oh,
on his
look at
horse.
that. You
Is
know
that
where
a
that
zebra?
you know where that horse came from?
Is that a
was
zebra?
Bob Burman's. That was
Oh,
Ronnie's.
okay.
That is Ronnie's.
It looks like a zebra.
I'll tell you what, that was Ronnie's. And we had it for a while, and then we gave it back. Of course, obviously, they had it for Ron, then they used it for Tom. But then the meantime, this guy was playing on it. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Look at
Mhm.
he's showing off now. I can back this thing up. I can do tricks.
Mm. Yeah.
I like how you back that up.
Oh, look at that.
It's like James Dean, isn't it?
This is like that line in
Oh, look at here.
Joe,
She said,
in,
let's take it out of your mouth. Come on, what are you doing there?
"This is my rifle."
That's got a sucker on it. That's a lollipop with a sucker on
I'm
it.
gonna
It's got
call
sugar
it.
on
I'm gonna
the
call it a cigarette.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a sucker with a stick.
There are many like it.
Oh,
There's
now
that
that's
kid again.
There's that little kid
In
out in
London.
Connecticut,
Yeah.
Mark. His name was Mark. I can't tell you what his last name was.
You
But
got your hat on.
But you kind of dominated Mark. Mark
I
was
think
kind of
so.
scared of you,
I
yeah,
think so.
a little bit. You were
He
you were
was-
bigger than Mark.
I like that cap you got.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, yeah. This is
Yeah.
I was confused.
yeah. Mark, he don't know whether to duck or run. You know.
What's going on here?
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like here I'll run over you and get in my way. Yeah.
Gary still is confused.
Oh, look at that little
We're
cute little
cutting the
mower.
grass.
We have
Yeah, we're cutting
mowers.
the grass.
Little fake
He does
mowers.
look
Yeah,
confused.
we're cutting the
Poor-
grass.
sorry,
Mark
Mark.
says, poor Mark.
Sorry, Mark.
Yeah,
Charles is in charge.
yeah. Charles said, here. Oh, Mark said, I'll try this. What's going on? Whoa, we're going to throw that? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay, there's Mark and Charles. By golly. Hey, that's quite a hat you had there. I forgot that hat. Yeah, watch out. Somebody's going to get pasted here with that ball. Oh, something
Let me
else.
think.
Yeah, oh, there you go. There you go. Oh my gosh. Now, who did all this film up for you, Charles, like this so nice?
Well, but not well.
Did that have to be redone? Or
I have to
patched?
go to the
not-
restroom. You don't have to stop it.
No. I
But I
just
do have to go
I
to the
just sent the rolls
Uh-huh.
to this address,
Don't worry about me. I'm okay.
paid some money, and
Yeah.
they sent a
And
file.
they sent all this back.
And then I,
Oh,
but they
look at
didn't
that.
edit it.
Oh,
This
they
is not.
did. Oh,
This
no.
is not made.
This is not edit. Well, that's good. I'm glad
I
they
mean,
did
I'm going to
that.
edit it a little bit more, but this
Well,
is
I love
just.
seeing what's in there. And hey, I don't want to lose any of it the first time around. I'd like to see what's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Oh, I love it. Hey, that Charles, look how robust he is there. He was a healthy little guy. You really were. You were. Just, look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're almost at the end.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Well, excuse me. That's your mother talking. You know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we come. Here we come. What are we doing? Get up and walk. What do you want? What are you doing that for? He's got no shirt on. This guy's pants. Oh, look at that. That is way back. That is really back. He's just over looking at his face and the.
You're getting younger.
Yeah,
Yeah, I am.
he's
It's like
looking at
Dorian Gray.
Yeah, he's looking at his face in the wheel of the car there. You know, there he is.
Oh,
That's Isla. Isla boosted him up in the air.
looks like Disneyland.
Yeah,
That's kind
yeah,
of an
and Isla
amusement
carried
park, that's
him
what I was
all over
thinking, but-
Disneyland. You want to know that? She carried him all over Disneyland.
Thank you.
She did. We went out there together. I'm a little skinny, scrawny person, and she grandchildren
Wow,
takes
that's
their.
vintage
She takes
Disneyland.
that
Yeah.
that baby, that heavy